Hi, everyone. I'm Graham Taylor. I'm a professor at the University of Guelph, where I lead the machine learning research group. And like others, I want to thank Sarah and the other organizers. In particular, it's been really nice to see the different ways the various presenters have told a story about their labs. So this picture here is my wonderful team playing our default social activity, which is disc golf in the Guelph Arboretum. I'm also a faculty member at the Vector Institute in Toronto, so I'll tell you more about how students integrate in the university and also with Vector. So next slide, please. I'm physically based in Guelph, Ontario. It's a medium-sized progressive city. It's between Toronto and Kitchener-Waterloo in southern Ontario. And Guelph has a very beautiful campus. It's actually the most land of any Ontario university because of its agricultural roots, and much of that is hikeable. I'm recruiting for 5-year PhD students in engineering. It's common in Canada to do a 2-year thesis-based master's prior to the PhD. So we have a master's of applied science with a collaborative specialization in AI. And I commonly supervise students from non-engineering backgrounds, so frequently computer science, math and stats, even physics. But if you're in biology or ecology or outside of that, definitely reach out, and there may be other pathways to work together. Our programs are fully funded by graduate research assistantships and have optional teaching assistantships. And most of my students actually complete at least one industry internship, often multiple during the course of a master's or PhD. Next slide, please. And because of my affiliation with the Vector Institute for AI, my graduate students automatically become part of this community. And Vector, along with 2 other Canadian AI institutes, Mila was one that David mentioned earlier, they were created by the Pan-Canadian AI strategy to stem the flow of talent out of Canada, primarily towards big tech. And one problem addressed by the AI institutes was resources. So we know big tech has more compute, more engineering support, and better pay typically than universities. So Vector provides these resources to its researchers, including the students. And one key resource is its cluster of more than 1,000 GPUs and an engineering team to support researchers in their ambitions. And so basically, it's like having the resources of a mini DeepMind or FAIR, but with academic freedom that you have at a university. So more than that is a community of more than 700 researchers, and you have an instant network beyond our lab that just supports in-person or remote collaboration. And if you need a change of scenery, you can take the train into Toronto and hang out at Vector for the day, or if you're more of a big city person, you can stay longer. So next slide, please. In short, my research focuses on deep learning, on images, sequences, sets, and graphs. And in recent years, I've intensified and focused my program on machine learning problems that are relevant to biodiversity. So I'll briefly outline 3 projects. Project 1 involves improving image-based fine-grained taxonomic classification of insects by jointly learning embeddings of images, text encodings of available taxonomic labels, and DNA barcodes, which are short snippets of DNA that cluster to what humans typically call species. The second project takes inspiration for what's going on right now with large language models. And so we know that monolithic models that can do in-context learning are all the rage right now. But I think the future will be coordinating communities of regional and taxonomic expert models that use less resources. Okay, and then the final project I want to mention is representing and exploiting uncertainty. And one way to do this is building set valued methods that can grow or shrink their prediction sets with each new test example. And so the last slide, if you're interested in learning more, would like to talk to you during the breakout sessions or reach out to me by email or visit my website. Thank you.